These are the items you're going to need to create a portal to the Twilight Forest dimension. What you're going to need is a 4x4 grassy area with a 2x2 hole in the ground. Doesn't matter what's at the bottom. Add 2 buckets of water to make an infinite water source, and surround it with dandelions and poppies. Some modded flowers do work, and you don't have to have any particular order in which you place the poppies or dandelions around the area. You throw in a diamond, and it can cause fire to the flowers. Destroying the flowers doesn't cause anything, but breaking the ground does. You can replace back the flowers as normal, but it does take away the diamond that's left in the pool that you threw in, so it's best not to destroy it. I have an extra one just around here so to go in. Okay, let's start the video. Here we are in the Twilight Forest. Now, the things that you're going to most likely have when you enter in is full diamond items and diamond armor. You're going to have a few other modded items. You're also going to need a stack of food, and you're going to need a lot of storage, such as these backpacks right here, which have decent enough storage to be used. Now, I mentioned this not to use the map, but this will be used to show you which marker means to what boss or to what area. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, here is the Nega. The Naga spawns in a giant court area, almost like a garden. It spawns in, and when killed, drops Naga scales and a Naga trophy. Now, Naga scales can be used to craft Naga scale armor. All armor and tools here are crafted using the regular sort of recipe, but with these they only have the tunic and the leggings. Now here is a side-by-side comparison between the Naga scale armor and the diamond armor. As you can see, it is actually weaker than regular armor. A little more durability, but still a little weaker. Let me go into game mode 0 to show you properly. Now, if you put this on, and when the text goes away, full diamond boots and diamond helmet with the Naga scale armor is actually half an armor point less, with diamond armor leggings being the same, and a diamond tunic and diamond chestplate being a little less. So the armor toughness for the leggings is worse, and the tunic and the chestplate is much worse, being 1 armor point down, and much worse for armor toughness, meaning the Naga scale armor is best left on an armor stand. Next we have Twilight Lich. It spawns in these castles at the very top. It drops the trophy, 1 of the scepters, a few gold items, and a few ender pearls. Now each one of the wands do their own specific thing, and here you have all of them in order on how hard it is to find them. Now, each wand does something completely different. The green wand, the zombie scepter, spawns in like zombie minions. Now the red one, Scepter of Life Drain, will drain life from any nearby mobs. The next one, the yellow one, is the Wand of Fortification, which gives you shields like the Twilight Lich has. The Scepter of Twilight shoots ender pearls like the Twilight Lich does in battle. Now, each one of them have their own charge. Zombie Scepter has 9, Life Drain has 99, Wand Fortification has 8, Twilight Scepter has 99. And here's just a little bit of footage on how to use them. Now, each one of them can all just be put in a case if you don't want to use them. And numerous can be gotten of each one. So it's okay if you accidentally use the entire thing, or if you don't want it to be used up. Now the next one is Diminished Room. Diminished Room spawns in labyrinths in a swamp sort of area. It goes down to 2 sort of levels, and the Minotaur itself can be found using a maze map. The area around it cannot be broken that easily though. Using a diamond pickaxe, it's really, really slow. There's only 2 things that can actually get through. And here, let me show you that there are a few chests sort of areas around. Now, the area that you use to go down is right down here. The area I'm circling now with the plus. Which is about that sort of direction. Now, you're going to find Minotaurs and the Minnow Shroom, which will both drop their own different sort of axe. And also Meath Stroganoff. Now, the Maze Breaker pickaxe is one of the 2 things that can actually break the labyrinth brick, being that and TNT. Now, even TNT isn't actually that strong considering how much it can actually break, so even using it isn't as great as using the pickaxe. Although the pickaxe has to be found in a treasure room later on in the maze, on the 2nd floor. Now, the Maze Breaker pickaxe is much better than a diamond pickaxe, already coming with enchantments, and just in general being faster than a regular diamond pickaxe. So it's more likely that you're most likely going to use it later on, and although it can only be fixed using another one of the pickaxes. Now the pickaxe is quite hard to find and will only be found in a few areas. Next up, we're in a fire swamp in the center of 4 Minotaur areas for the Hydra. The Hydra drops Hydra Chops, the Trophy, and Fiery Blood, which Fiery Blood can be used to craft weapons and armor, when put with an iron ingot. Now, you craft armor and tools regularly, but the tools are used with blaze rods. The sword, here, and the pickaxe both have special abilities, same with the armor. The pickaxe has auto smelt, which is really useful, and the fiery sword has 8 attack, which is 1 higher than a diamond sword, which means it's best to actually use that than a diamond sword later on. And the fire pickaxe is just useful in just regular sort of ways. Now, the fiery armor is actually a little bit stronger than the diamond set, which is 1 armor points higher for each, although has a 0.5 less armor toughness. It also burns enemies if it ever attacks you and gives you a little bit of fire protection. Here we are in the next area, in the Phantom Knight area. You go down here after placing a trophy on this pedestal next to me. Now, this is actually the trophy that you're going to get from the dungeon, so you're most likely not going to be placing that on the pedestal. But any other trophy would do. Now, Here you have a new the night metal that's found in the area. This is only found and dropped by the mobs here, which can be crafted into pickaxes, axes, greatswords, blocks, shields, and just so this happens to only be the only shield in the Twilight Forest so far. Each one of the tools do a load of damage, such as the axe doing 10 attack, and the ball and chain being actually the strongest of them all. The block and chain can be crafted using a block and 4 extra ingots of the item. Now, this weapon can actually break blocks whenever hit against something, and does 10 attack whenever hit against something. Its attack speed is 1, but still the best weapon you're gonna get so far. And armor, well, it's a weaker version of Diamond Armor. So keep your fiery set on. It's much better than the nightly set, although it does have a few extra little horns and things sticking out of it. Next, in the Central 4 Phantom Night areas, you have the Twilight Forest lit. The Twilight 4. You have the Urgast. Sorry about that. Now, at the very top of this huge puzzle that's extremely hard, even though playing the game, you eventually find the Urgast. It will drop Carmonite and fiery blood the same way the Hydra does, which can also be used to craft a fiery set. Now, in this sort of area, you can find quite a few other items, such as Warrior Essence, which is used to craft those doors that disappear, Experiment 115, and Tower Keys. Tower Keys can be used for locked doors, and Experiment 115 is basically a cake. And the trophy is one of the few that actually does move. Now, this sort of area is the Arctic area. This is in the snow biome and is surrounding one ice queen. It's the Alpha Yeti cave. Now, Yetis in here drop Arctic fur, which is supposed to spawn around this sort of area. And the Alpha Yeti drops its fur and ice bombs, which do a little bit of damage and slowness. Now, the Alpha Yeti set isn't that strong, but cools down anything that attacks it. Now, there's only one difference. Now, the Alpha Yeti helmet is actually stronger than the fiery set, being armor toughness 3 and armor 4, with the other one being 115. Now, this will be basically the set that I will be using till the end.